Good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. We always do look at my budget review for Wednesday, where last week was spent, and then what we're thinking about budgeting for this week. So let's just look at last week's numbers and where things were spent. Okay, let's see. Put that in a little bit. So our rollover last week was $183.20. We deposited $600 for the water bill from our emergency fund for $600. My check was $596.57, a little less than 40 hours, plus $250 elsewhere that gets deposited into another account to strictly pay credit cards. So, Allie, these three are automatic savings. It's an Allie account, a yard savings account, and then our mortgage savings account. And right now it's just $50, but as of this week, I'm going to up that to $100 a week. I had to buy checks. That was $36. Gas was $40. The water bill had to get paid. That was $650, $64. That's for a 6-month period. Groceries was the Hungry Route that we are doing bi-monthly, and that was $130.86. I did a transfer into my savings account for a buffer for $25. Dine Out Friday was $69.79. Sinking funds was $103.50. DoorDash came out. I had an $8 credit in PayPal, so only $1.99 hit my account. And then gas was $30. So no frivolous spending, which I kind of like that. And I had a carryover or an ending balance of $191.92. That'll go into today. All right. So $191.92 carries over till today. This week's paycheck is $636.14, plus again the $250 that goes elsewhere. So it's a total $828.06. Again, I'm gonna put $50, I think, in my buffer. Just trying to kind of build that up a little bit. The $100 to my mortgage savings, $10 automatically to my yard account, and then Allie gets $40. I'm thinking we have to do a BJ's run, so we're gonna put $125 from here, and then I'm gonna add another $100 from my Hustle account. And I do want to do a video on my Hustle account. I'm not really sure where I'm budgeting that money, so I'm really thinking about it because, again, I just want to be intentional with receiving such a large check. Again, I received it because it hasn't gotten paid in a few months, but I want to be intentional where I spend that money, so I'll put that video out later on today. So this is just what we're looking at for expenses, fixed expenses, if you want to call them. They're not really fixed, but these are. BJ's is very fluid, as we all know when we go to BJ's. Groceries, I'll put $50 into the grocery savings envelope, $40 into gas, $60 for dine out, hope I can keep that there, and $30 for household. For savings goals and sinking funds, my sinking funds is Grace's spend envelope now that she's on vacation from school for a couple weeks before summer school starts. I like to have money for her available during the day in case her and her childcare person, childcare assistant, takes her out. They can, they have money to spend. I'm also saving her sinking funds for her birthday. And then I have childcare here for $60. Oh, so here it is, the grocery envelope. I had put 30 here. I might change that to 50. And then my 2 savings challenges for the year is the Village Hop. I'm going to put in just 41s in there just to have it. And then my word build up for July, I'm going to start with $10. So it doesn't seem like a lot. I mean, if you're new here, I work full time, 40 hours a week, anywhere between 37 and 40, to be quite honest. And I have this account where I put in most of my check, and I use it for savings funds, rewards, challenges, variable expenses like groceries, gas, dine out, household. And then I have another account that I put in $250 on a weekly basis, and that is to pay, credit cards off. So off, paid, trying to get out of debt like all Americans. And then we do have a joint fixed account that pays all the bills. I'll show you that because it's right here. It's right next door here. So my husband gets paid twice a month. He is self-employed, so he gives himself a check twice a month, and that money goes right into this joint account to pay bills. So that amount is about $1939.79. Where you can see here he got deposited June 13th. So he gets paid around the 13th to 15th of the month and the 28th of the month. So we try to just have things separated for that, for the household. But it's things like, his prescriptions come out of this account. We had our car sticker that had to get done. That was $35. We put in our mortgage. We put in anywhere from $1,100 to $1,300 every 2 weeks into the mortgage savings account, and then we pay it on the 15th. We do have a mosquito. I know that's coming out actually again today. Mosquito spraying for the summer every 2 weeks, so that's $70 that comes out of this fixed joint account. We have Peacock, that's $10.99. Obviously our mortgage here, $1,500 went toward the mortgage. Solar comes out $220.30. Our car insurance is $167. We got clamboils for Father's Day. We took it out of this account for $60.65. And we have Paramount Plus for $13.99. This I'm just going to put for the 624 Proficient. And that's for the mosquito spraying. So again, that account too is only fixed account. Well, it's fixed bills, but then there's a couple in there that aren't fixed. Like the prescriptions and the Dino is like one time that it gets taken out of here. It's not on a regular basis. So that's our budget. We do try to, like I said, spend intentionally. We bring in money, but, we're trying to stay on top of our bills. And the mortgage is our biggest bill, but it is a 15-year mortgage, so we have a really good rate. And it would be kind of stupid for us to refinance that anytime soon. So we're just trying to stay on course with that, and really just trying to save a little bit as well. With my hustle money, I tend to try to, I also with my hustle money, I fund our emergency fund, and trying to build that up. So all right, that's about it. That's our budget for this week. It's light. Light. So hope all is well. And if your kids are out of school, let them be safe. I hope you have things planned. If you don't, you know what? My daughter just likes being out of school for a couple weeks because she goes back to summer school, and she has fun with the people who get to stay with her. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching.